Today on the Racetracks Motocross Show on AllySports.com, we leave the cold, the wet, the rain behind. We've got heat and humidity and a completely different style of racetrack at Steel City. How will that affect the championship battles? We're going to break it down next. Stay tuned. Welcome to the penultimate, that is next to last round of the Lucas Oil AMA Pro Motocross Championship, your Racetracks Motocross Show, and Ally Sports coming to you from Steel City. Jason Weigandt, Paul Lindsay breaking it down, and we do not even know where to start because after last week's race at Southwick, we have more storylines than we could possibly cover in one little internet show here. Where do we even begin with this series?
Oh, it's just been amazing. Just like Supercross, we talked about earlier in the season, we hoped that it would be as amazing as Supercross.
Right.
I think we got our wish. It has just been a fantastic season. This is what American motocross is all about. I can't wait. We've got 2 rounds to go. Yeah,
and let's throw another wrench into this series with a completely different type of track than Southwick. You might not find more opposites than the sand and rain and mud last time. It's very hot out here. You might see us sweating. And this track is technical. It gets a little hard pack. It's got off cambers, jumps. A lot different than what we saw last time.
Yeah, some guys like this track. You love or hate it, just like Southwick. It is harder. It'll be nice and loamy in the morning for practice, and as the day goes on, it'll get harder and slick. It's gotten very slick over the years. A lot of jumps, a lot of off cameras, like you said, and we'll see. Different kind of track for sure.
Yeah, and one of the riders who would know that firsthand is one of the locals, Darren Durham, who's from the area. Remember what he did at High Point, his other Pennsylvania track, nearly won a moto. Has been struggling as of late, hoping to bounce back here with a little help from another local, one of the Pittsburgh Steelers helping back his team. Let's talk to Darren Durham.
You know, I just had some bad races. I had some mechanical problems, and I had a few good ones, but not great, so I'm looking to turn it around this weekend. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've been riding pretty well all year. Whenever I got a good start, I've always been right up there, so that's the real deal breaker is the start. If I get a good start, then I think I can win. Yeah, Ike Taylor starting a new nutrition bar, Defender Nutrition, and we're just pounding them left and right, getting ready for tomorrow, and we're going racing.
All right, eagle-eyed viewers of the Racetracks Motocross Show, you may have noticed that was indeed a 125 two-stroke that Darren Durham was riding there. He got to ride some laps in this track earlier today for press day and decided to have fun on his practice bike, a 125. I don't think he's planning on racing it, but if he did, I wouldn't be shocked because nothing could shock us at this point in this class. 250s have been crazy.
Everything you can expect from a series and more has happened. Just when you think you can throw a blanket over 3 guys, Garrett Swanepoel goes in there, the least likely guy to upset the Pro Circuit sweep. A guy that I think maybe has gotten 1 podium in his career in the GPs, comes over here 26, 27 years old and wins. Unbelievable. Nobody gave him that win either. He was on the gas. Congratulations, Garrett.
Right.
Unbelievable.
And suddenly, Dean Wilson, you mentioned that blanket on top of these guys. Well, they'd have to get a much larger blanket now because all of a sudden, he could wrap up this title a week early.
You know, due to Unadilla, obviously Rattray had that big crash. Baggett's been up and down, the rookie. We'll give him a discount for that. Wilson's caught fire. Not a great race at Southwick, but just enough. He's got a 38-point lead. All he needs to do tomorrow, amazingly enough, with 2 rounds to go, we never would have thought somebody would wrap it up 2 rounds early. He just needs Baggett and Rattray to stay off the podium, 4th or worse, and if he wins both motos, we'll crown a champion here tomorrow in the 250 class. But hey, we're not going to predict anything in that class. The talent's way too deep.
No. If Rattray can make a mistake as solid as he is, he knows that Wilson could maybe give him some points back, and those guys aren't going to stop fighting until it's over. We're going to transition to the 450 class now. First, we're going to talk to a rider who finally broke through, got his first career top 10 last week at Southwick. Here's Muscle Milk Toyota JGR's Les Smith.
Yeah, for sure. Last weekend at Southwick, man, it was gnarly. It was probably one of the gnarliest races I've ever done. It got really rutted and pretty deep. I like the sand. I don't really like the mud, so the rain wasn't kind of my thing. But luckily, my starts were better. I feel like I've been riding pretty good all year. Just haven't had the starts to back it up. And finally got some starts and got to run up there with those guys a little bit and got a little bit of confidence. So just looking forward to building on that and trying to get even better. My main goal is to get some more good starts, you know, and try to get up there and mix it up with some of those guys and just learn as much as I can, you know, just get up there and rub elbows a little bit and finish in the top 10, obviously, but I'd like to get up there and run with some of those big names a little bit and maybe learn a thing or two.
All All right, Les Smith, the replacement rider in here, doing a good job for JGR. Another replacement rider could potentially be a championship spoiler. Justin Barcia goes down and wins the second moto at Southwick. Could have even won the overall, perhaps. You also got to look at Brent Metcalf coming after that overall. Are there some guys that could potentially interfere, you think, with the Ryans, who are clearly the title is going to come down to those two?
Well, Chad Reed's the one we need to keep an eye on. Obviously, his motivation, it depends. The bench racers are having a good time with this.
Yes.
Is he done? Is he going to pack it in for the season, or is he going to come out here and try to redeem himself? He goes well here at Steel City, and he's got no pressure at this point. He needs to let it all hang out, so we'll see which Chad Reed shows up tomorrow. We know he's been a little banged up since that Millville crash, but he's the guy that could get in there and separate some things. And only 8 points after that unbelievable situation with Dungey, unlike anything I've seen in a long, long time last weekend. And then Metcalf goes 3-2 for the overall. He actually could have gone 3-3, believe it or not, and still got the overall. That's what I love about motocross.
Hey,
great weekend.
If anyone deserves to get it that way, it's Medi.
Exactly.
So we'll see if he can mix it up. As for Barcia, a key stat that we uncovered on the Racetracks Online site today, he's always been good at Southwick. He has not been that good at Steel City. In years past, I believe his finishes at Southwick in his career on the 250s or 2 first, a third, and a fourth in his motos there. Here, he's in the top 5 once. And that's one race and the very next weekend racing here. So clearly the track surface works for him there. What do you think?
Well,
will he be a factor like he was the other 2 rounds?
As you mentioned, quite the contrast in surfaces here.
Yes.
Completely different track. Barcia likes the 450. I think, as also, you also pointed out, smoothed out his riding amazingly enough. We'll see. I guess he likes the sandbox, and we'll see how he does here at Steel City. He's definitely on a roll, and he definitely likes that 450. And he's somebody I know a lot of fans want to see get in there and mix it up as well.
Yes, but at the same time, what we saw from Dungey last week proves with the title on the line, these 2 guys might step up and put in superhuman efforts, the type of stuff you won't see from anyone who's not going for a title. You never know.
Well, and whichever one gets it, obviously, or even Chad Reed, who's not mathematically out of it just yet, folks. Whoever gets it, we said this earlier in the season, is going to deserve it. It's not going to be like, I can't believe such and such won.
Yeah.
These guys are all champions. Great season. I can't wait 4 motos to go, and we're going to lay it all on the line at Pala.
You guys got to check it out. Of course, the first motos, 2-hour block live on Fuel at 1 o'clock Eastern time, 1 to 3. And then we'll have a back-to-back 2-hour show on Speed from 8 to 10 Eastern time. And then subtract 3 hours from that if you're out west or somewhere in between. So check out all 4 motos, same-day coverage tomorrow. He's Paul Lindsay. I'm Jason Wygant. It's the Racetracks Motocross Show on AllySports.com. Be sure to check out our post show on Sunday morning.